We are now just 28 days away from Star Wars Celebration, which is going to be the time and place of the reveal of the official teaser trailer. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, like I say, one of the big angles / aspects of Episode 9 that a lot of people are truly looking forward to seeing are, of course, the various cameos that will be making their way into this film, from both the prequels and the original trilogy, in order to really make it feel like it's truly ending the Skywalker saga, in which Oscar Isaac just yesterday confirmed on Today that this is indeed going to be the final installment of the Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker. Now, this is where things begin to get very intriguing, is that it's described that there are plans developed in order to have Hayden Christensen provide dialogue for Episode 9 for the hybrid Force Ghost sequences during post-production. Around the same time, Ewan McGregor will be providing dialogue for Obi-Wan Kenobi this summer. It's described that they are still working on Hayden actually being in the film for a scene during reshoots which are said to begin in April and last until late May of 2019. It's said that the plan is to use Hayden's voice and modify the dialogue and the new dialogue provided by him to create a sinister voice that will intimidate some of the key characters in the film. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this and as to why I believe that this is an excellent choice and a step in the right direction. And I always started wondering to myself, if they're getting Ewan McGregor back to do new dialogue, why wouldn't they do Hayden? And it now seems that they do have a plan in place to get him into the studio coming this summer for post-production work of Episode 9 to, of course, provide new dialogue for the hybrid Force Ghost. Now, in case you guys have no idea what that is, the hybrid Force Ghost is an original idea by JJ in The Force Awakens / Episode 7, where you have these different phases of Anakin Skywalker, one of which is Anakin with the short hair and the hood over his head, that switches over to a half Vader mask, half Anakin face, to where it eventually goes into another phase where it's a full-on Darth Vader helmet with a hood over its head. So, what's really intriguing about this is that they want Hayden Christensen to provide new dialogue for the hybrid Force Ghost sequences in this movie, as opposed to just using some random actor that would be providing the dialogue. Now, it really does make one wonder, exactly what will the purpose be of the hybrid Force Ghost in Episode 9? Well, we've been going over some of the sequences and how it interacts with Kylo Ren, and sometimes even with Rey, in the dark areas of the actual plot of Episode 9. We do know that J.J. Abrams aims to make this movie a whole lot darker than that of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, which honestly is surprising. You would think that the final installment of the sequel trilogy and the final installment of the Skywalker saga would be a bit more lighthearted than The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, but it seems as though that J.J. Abrams really wants his crack at, providing a dark Star Wars movie where it's going to go in different directions. So I'm honestly very excited about hearing this, and I'm honestly very excited about this hybrid Force Ghost. I know that some people out there are very kind of skeptical about the hybrid ghost. Some people think it's, a terrible idea, which, hey, everyone has their opinion, that's perfectly fine and okay. But there's others out there who think it's amazing and that it's something truly revolutionary when it comes to the idea of Force Ghosts. Now, like I say, one of the creators of The Force Awakens, I believe it was one of the concept artists, he actually said that the hybrid Force Ghost is like, if you light a candle, right, the flame, as in, like, the light side, always casts a shadow, and that shadow is the idea of the hybrid Force Ghost. And I honestly love that idea. I love that analogy, how, a flame is like the light side of the Force and a light side Force Ghost, but it always casts a shadow, and that shadow is the hybrid ghost. I like that idea. I like the way that was said in the art book of The Force Awakens, and I gotta say, when we look at Episode 9, J.J. Abrams is really bringing in a lot of ideas that he wanted to actually have in the first installment that did not make it to the final cut of the movie, sadly. And now he's getting one final chance in order to really accomplish those goals in Episode 9. So, like I say, they're still negotiating and trying to work out on getting Hayden Christensen on board for a physical scene where he's actually going to be seen on film in the form of a Force ghost, most likely a light side version, in one of the reshoots that's actually going to start this April, next month, leading all the way until the month of May of 2019. So that's going to be a good month and a half of reshoots. You know, most of it has to do with some of the major characters like Rey and stuff like that, and the others have to do with the cockpit sequences for some of those space battles. So they are going to do a lot of work on this movie in the months of April and May, and once they're done with that, it truly is just working on post-production strictly and just editing, and that's it. So at that point in time, they'll probably finish post-production, I would say around October, which is when the film will be all done and ready to go. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.